It's the moment the Sister Wives community has been talking about for years, but the full story isn't coming from a tell-all stage or a polished TLC special. The dam of secrets around the Brown family has finally started to crack, and the truth is coming directly from the children who lived it. For years, fans have pieced together the favoritism and the conflict from clues dropped in episodes. But now, several of the older children are done being silent. In a wave of raw, unfiltered interviews and social media posts, Kody Brown's own kids are exposing the tough reality of their family, confirming many of the theories fans have held for years. This isn't just gossip, it's a dismantling of a carefully constructed TV image, and the fallout is happening right now. The family you saw on TV is an illusion, and the children are finally showing us the devastating reality. The bombshells have been dropping for a while, but it's the combined chorus of the children's voices that tells the real story. We've seen Madison Brush openly discuss her estrangement from her father, creating firm boundaries to protect her family. Gwendolyn Brown has used her platform to bluntly call out the family's financial and emotional dynamics. And even Mykelti Padron, once a staunch defender of her dad, has changed her tune. This isn't just one disgruntled kid venting. This is a coordinated wave of truth-telling from the children who grew up in the middle of it all, and it's shattering the entire Brown family facade. The core confession, a legacy of favoritism. The children's words have given weight to a truth viewers have suspected for over a decade: the devastating impact of Kody's blatant favoritism for Robyn and her children. Fans watched as Kody slowly detached from his original 3 families, pouring his resources, time, and affection into his 4th wife. The other wives and their kids were often left feeling like second-class citizens, their emotional needs and even financial stability pushed aside. While Christine, Janelle, and Miri were often made to feel like they were overreacting, their children were watching, and they remember everything. Gwendolyn Brown, Christine's daughter, has been one of the most vocal critics. She has confirmed that she and her siblings confronted Kody about his favoritism toward Robyn and her kids. And what was his response? According to Gwendolyn, Kody felt no remorse about it. His own children, the kids he raised, came to him with their pain, and he apparently felt no need to apologize for causing it. This single confession validates every moment viewers felt uneasy watching Kody seemingly abandon his other kids for the shiny new family he had with Robyn. Even Mykelti, who for a long time tried to be a peacemaker, has reached a breaking point. She once tried to maintain a relationship with both Kody and Robyn, but she has since publicly discussed her decision to distance herself. The shift is seismic. Mykelti and her husband Tony were some of the last family members from the original wives who actively tried to keep Kody and Robyn involved. Her change of heart is a massive indicator of just how toxic the situation behind the scenes had become. When even one of the most loyal children steps away, you know the foundation is broken.
The evidence, a pattern of deceit and manipulation. The children's confessions aren't happening in a vacuum. They connect directly to specific, painful moments we've all witnessed on the show, proving that this wasn't just clever editing by TLC, it was their reality. Let's go back to one of the earliest and most painful examples Christine Brown herself has spoken about. She recalled the moment during season 1 when she was in labor with their daughter, Truly. Instead of staying by her side, Kody left to go spend time with Robyn, prioritizing his new courtship over his wife giving birth to their child. At the time, it was a shocking glimpse into his priorities. Now, with the clarity of his children's testimony, we see it as the beginning of the perceived abandonment that would define their family for years to come. This pattern wasn't just emotional, it was deeply financial. Think about the stark contrast between Janelle living in an RV on the Coyote Pass property while Robyn and Kody resided in a $1 million mansion, reportedly with a nanny. Mykelti has even questioned how much Robyn truly wanted to live plural marriage, suggesting she didn't embrace the larger family culture. It all points to a narrative where the goal became a monogamous life with Kody, funded by the collective family pot. And then there's the hypocrisy. Kody's recent on-camera lecture to his daughter Aurora's boyfriend about chastity sent shockwaves through the fandom for its sheer audacity. Kody, a man with 4 wives and 18 children, bizarrely claimed that when you're dating, you're kissing another man's wife until she's your wife. This lecture on purity, delivered while his relationships with most of his other children lay in ruins, is a masterclass in his apparent lack of self-awareness.
The financial betrayal exposed. Beyond the emotional neglect, one of the most shocking truths to emerge is the extent of the alleged financial deception. For years, the family was presented as a single financial unit. However, the kids are now revealing that this might have been another carefully crafted illusion. Gwendolyn dropped a bombshell when she revealed her perspective on the children's compensation for sister wives. According to Gwen, for many years, the kids' pay from the show wasn't handled fairly. She stated it wasn't until her mother, Christine, took matters into her own hands that her children saw more of that money. Christine apparently started paying her children for filming directly from her own share because Kody, the patriarch who managed the family's finances, allegedly wasn't distributing it in a way she felt was fair. Gwendolyn has said it certainly hasn't been a fair share, implying the disparity was significant. This sense of financial neglect is put into even sharper focus by another of Gwendolyn's revelations. She shared that when she needed a necessary breast reduction surgery, her mother, Christine, ended up paying the $8,000 for it out of her own pocket. Gwendolyn said she was struggling financially at the time, and her mother stepped up when her father apparently did not, at least not financially. This act speaks volumes. While Kody was managing the family's assets and funding a lavish lifestyle with Robyn, his own daughter's medical needs were being covered by his now ex-wife.
The fallout. A family irreparably divided. The consequences of Kody's choices are no longer speculation. They are real, public, and utterly devastating. In March 2024, the family suffered the unimaginable loss of Garrison Brown, Janelle and Kody's son. This tragedy cast a harsh light on the deep fractures and years of estrangement that had been building. Janelle has been open about her son's strained relationship with their father, making the loss even more poignant. The estrangement is no longer a quiet tension. We have Madison, who has been openly emotional about keeping her distance to protect her kids from what she calls Kody and Robyn's storm. She has stated on the show that she would need more than he could give to even consider a reconciliation. A heartbreaking admission from a daughter who seems to have lost hope. The younger children feel it too. Christine and Janelle have talked about how their daughter Savannah has felt emotionally distant from her father despite living in the same city. It's a gut-wrenching rejection from a child who grew up watching her family fall apart. Kody himself is being forced to confront this. On a recent episode, he admitted that his daughter Aspen asked him directly, "Dad, why don't you like me?" Kody's interpretation was that he had been alienated by his ex-wives, once again shifting the blame. He blames trash talk from his kids for the broken relationships, completely missing the point that their trash talk is them speaking their truth about their own experiences. Mike Helty, once his defender, has now publicly called him out for his behavior, stating that if he just took some accountability, some of his kids might be willing to reach out. But as her husband Tony noted, Kody's pride seems to prevent him from ever admitting fault.
So, where does this leave Kody and Robyn? In many ways, they got what they seemed to want, a monogamous marriage free from the perceived burdens of the other wives. But the children's confessions paint a picture not of a happy couple, but of two people isolated in a fortress of their own making. Mike Helty offered a stunningly frank assessment on her Patreon, sharing her opinion that both Kody and Robyn seemed depressed and that they could use professional help. This doesn't sound like a celebratory statement, it sounds like a sad diagnosis of two people who dismantled their family to get what they wanted, only to find it didn't bring them happiness. Kody's on-screen reactions are telling. He says he wants healing with his children, but in the same breath, he reveals his core problem. He says the healing can only happen on their terms, which he presents as an unfair roadblock. What he seems to miss is that their terms are simply a request for a genuine apology and for a father who shows up without blaming their mothers. He wants forgiveness without doing the work of self-reflection. Robin, for her part, has often maintained a state of victimhood. She continues to insist that this isn't what she wanted and that she dreamed of sitting on a porch with her sister wives, but the older kids, like Mike Kelty, have openly questioned this, suggesting Robin didn't truly fight for the plural family. She fought for Kody, and she won. But that victory has cost for the respect of nearly all the other children in the family. They are now, for all intents and purposes, on an island, having lost the sprawling, chaotic, and once loving family that the show was built on. For over a decade, Sister Wives was a story largely controlled by Kody Brown. He was the patriarch, the narrator, the one who defined reality. But that era is over. The true story of the Brown family is now being told by those who are often silenced, the children. Madison's public boundaries, Gwendolyn's confirmation of unapologetic favoritism, and Mike Kelty's painful withdrawal of support are not isolated incidents. They are the individual threads that, when woven together, create a powerful narrative of neglect and emotional abandonment. The children have confirmed what so many viewers suspected. The TV dream of the Brown family was, in many ways, a lie. The tragic loss of Garrison has put a final, heartbreaking exclamation point on this family's story of division. They have exposed the family's darkest secret, that in the pursuit of a perfect plural family for television, the real one was destroyed. The illusion has been shattered and there is no going back. We have heard from the children, we've seen the evidence, and we've watched the tragic fallout. The question now is, what happens next? Can Kody Brown ever truly take the accountability his children are asking for? Is there any path to reconciliation, or have these events permanently closed the door on the Brown family as we knew it? Let me know all of your theories and your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think is the future for the Brown family? And as always, if you want to stay on top of all the breaking Sister Wives news, make sure you subscribe.